All right, let's bring in now David Schoen, who represented President Trump during his impeachment. Great to have you in, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to ask you about Matt Gaetz, but first with this breaking detail, no surprise there. They're saying the case must be thrown out. Juan Merchan could have done it, has said no. And Bragg has also said, well, we're just going to kind of push it off. What do you think will actually play out here? Obviously, Donald Trump will go to the White House. There's the Supreme Court ruling. Seems like this will be going away.
Two things. First of all, I'll tell you what I think must happen. The case must be dismissed. Remember, there are two issues now. One is the impact of the immunity decision and tainted evidence that went to the grand jury and went to the trial jury. It should be dismissed on those grounds. And that's what Judge Merchan was going to rule on yesterday. However, given the President Trump's election, there's another issue, and that is whether we prosecute and continue the criminal process at all for a sitting president. We know from the October 16th, 2000 OLC memo that we don't have an indictment, we don't continue the criminal process in the feds at all for a president. There's the underlying principles behind that document apply to any state prosecution. That is, it's a distraction for the president. The office of the presidency stands alone. There's a certain dignity of the office that requires that this case be dismissed. There's a check in this process, and that's the impeachment process. But we don't continue a criminal process for a number of very good reasons, including the principle that we don't allow one state to foul up the operation of the federal government and the office of the presidency. And that's a principle that applied in the Colorado voting case. It's a principle that applies here. There's a law review article that makes the point emphatically. The case must be dismissed. I don't know. Now, the second part is, what will Judge Merchan do? He's proven himself, first of all, he shouldn't have ever sat on this case. And secondly, to be a Trump hater. So he may find a way to have it hanging over their head. The OLC opinion does not contemplate the idea of having it hang over the head. It says that also has the same risks to the office of the presidency. The case should be dismissed.